Rightio, here we are, Phnom Bok. Now this one is about an hour away from where I am. It's a drive. It's not much for a drive away from the main temples, but not that many tourists come here because it's way up in the sky. It's got 600 steps, I believe, going to it, except for I can't see one. So maybe the steps come later, or maybe, because that sign says I'm on the south entrance, there's a north entrance that is easier to get up. But either way, it's an awful lot of climbing that I will have to do. Let's have a quick scan round, as we always do. It looks a bit back arse of Africa here, doesn't it? It's lacking that certain beauty that usually grapples me and gets me excited. Although that's rather nice, I suppose, over there. And we do have a drop of greenery to finish with. So this is Phnom Bok. It's going to be an epic climb up. The reason I'm doing this one, which isn't a forgotten temple, is because there's so much rain of late due to the monsoon that the roads are impassable to where I wish to go. So let's start climbing as we scream to the skies, what-ho, away we go. Right, well, I found the stairs, and there is a lot of them. We can see, actually, in the distance, a gentleman in white coming down. So this is what we're going up. An awful lot of steps. As I say, I believe 600. I tried to look it up on the internet, but this is Cambodia, so the internet isn't working at the moment. So let's put in the legwork. Always remember, with a journey like this, only one thing to do. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Don't think about how far you've got to go. One foot, then the next, and repeat. And before you know it, you'll be there. Simple as that. Right, I think, I'm just guessing, that I'm halfway up, and it's absolutely murderous. Good God. I went to Hitler's place, the Berghof, once. It's been knocked down in Austria. And Bormann built him a tea house that was very elevated. And even Bormann, who was a complete monster, built Hitler a lift. But not here. I am absolutely gushing sweat. But that's the price you pay, I suppose, for not lounging around and having an interest in something. And I thirst to see what is up the hill. So, as I stand and turn, I look towards the summit and I ask, come here, ye, come here. Right, we're at the top. Every temple has a surprise, and this one is a litter of puppies. Look, I hope the mother's not here, and I hope she's not mental. Hello, puppies. What are you doing? Nothing much really, just, strolling around, see what's going on. Cool. Right. Hello, puppies. Look, puppies. Oh, aren't they sweet? That was a bit of a knob, obviously. Completely confused how to climb. Righto, puppies, let me get on. And here we are at the top, and that was a climb. It wasn't too bad, but it's rather humid today, and this is the first thing we find. Now, there's two temples here, and this is the first. Now, this is the older of the two. We could just tell by the much more primitive way of doing the brickwork. When you see the next one, keep this in mind, because there is a quantum leap in technology as to how they actually built these things. Obviously, same power units, be them elephants, same way of sculpting, copper tools, but a much better design, a much sturdier one, much more long-lasting. So you'll see what I mean. And here's a treat up top. Now, I haven't been up. That looks to me as though it could be a very, very old sleeping Buddha. Let's see if we can wake him. Well, that's no sleeping Buddha. I think it's an enormous linga. I mean, huge linga, which will make it the second largest I've seen. And I'm judging that by this hole here, where I guess he was mounted, because they're always in the erect position, the jolly old lingers. So he was probably in there, and due to subsidence, he fell down. So that's incredible, isn't it? I've never seen Well, I have. I've never seen a stone one as big as that before. And we are now going to head down here, and we're way up in the sky, but I can't show you because they haven't cut down one tree for a viewing platform. So I'll show you the view and how high up we are at the very, very end. So head this way, and then there's the advancement in technology. Look out for that. Right, we've walked about a minute or so, and here is the second one. As we can see, it is much bigger, and there we spy the temple itself. But just before we go and grab our prey with our talons of intellectual thirst, I've managed to find a gap in the trees. This is how elevated we are. It's rather nice, isn't it? I mean, it's worth the stairs of hell for this. I mean, that is gorgeous, isn't it? And as you can see, those big rolling clouds there, they're the ones that keep bringing it down at night time. Hence, and if you look between there, can you see that rice field flooded? That's what happens to the roads. Hence, no jungle temples today. But we do have this goodie behind us. So, what do you have in store apart from puppies? Someone's playing his music. You've seen one there, this is the other two. So what we have is 3 ziggurats. And as we can see again, you see these enormous piles, and they are enormous piles of brick. Blocks, stone blocks. They were the spires to these ziggurats. So him there and his equally decrepit brother. And those spires with time have come crashing down, and nobody heard it probably. And here they lay. It just shows you, just like Ozymandias, King of Kings, if you know that poem. If you don't, look it up. It's just like Ozymandias. And as we go between them, here is something I've never seen. What the holy moly is this? They are miniatures of towers. Let me Scooby-Doo around here. Yes. Now, I think I've worked it out. They're not supposed to be there, basically. They are the minarets, is that the correct word? The little crowning pinnacles to towers. They are the minarets, I believe. Oh, that's the word. That top the towers. And they're all the way down here. And we never get to see them, even if they were up there, but because they're too far away. So this is them, and you can see the lichen on them. So they are very old, and they are here. How absolutely lovely. And this is bound to catch my eye, isn't it? Nature does its thing. Isn't that? It's just a splash of colour against all this stone, but wow, it stands out.
lên đấy ạ.